I'd like to open this meeting of the Bisbee Arts Commission at 5:31 p.m. on Monday, November 1st, 2021. First thing to start with is roll call.
Jenny Druckman is excused. Juanetta Hill,
Present.
Bill Higgins,
Here.
Karen Schumacher, Sharon Stetter,
Here.
Amy Britt,
Here.
Angela Rockefeller, Leslie Johns,
Here.
and Nina Williams.
You go back to the top. So the first thing we're looking for is approval of the minutes of the October 18th, 2021 special meeting. Did anybody see anything that they would like to change?
Nope.
Then do I have a motion?
I move that we, so the, forgot the date,
October 21st.
October
18th.
18th.
Oh, 18.
18.
Not looking at it. Lost it.
Mhm.
May I have a motion? With the right,
I thought you,
date,
Bill did the motion.
with the right date?
Oh. I move to approve our minutes of October 18th, 2021, special meeting.
Do I have a second?
Second.
There.
All ayes,
Hi.
Aye.
then motion approved. So we're going to move to item 2, discussion and possible action regarding grant application received for 2020-2021 funding in the amount of $500 to Ken Bow for Bisbee Poetry Normalization Project. I think Ken Bow is here this evening with us.
Yes.
He is. Oh, there you are. See you now. Hi, Ken. So, just as a,
Hi,
how's it going? So on the last,
I'm having some audio difficulties.
oh, it's okay. We'll try and make it brief, Ken. On the last, the October, so we had a meet, not the special session, but the meeting before that, we had an agenda item where he asked for the 500. We cited a couple things, which were, it was a repetition of the same project for a few, and then there had been some concerns about reporting, and then also people had wanted to include other, if Ken would be open to including other poets. I sat down with Ken Bow and we talked about it, and he submitted a bit of a change. Did you guys have a chance to read it?
Yes.
I read it. I read it.
Did anybody not get a chance to read his changes?
Oh.
Well, I will say that personally, what I was looking for was something, it was exactly what he did, was just changing his pushing his project a little bit. And then he was incredibly civil with including, he had decided to include other poets and put them up as well. And those were the things that we had really looked at last time, or had come up in our, conversation. So I know that I was, I thank you to Ken Bow for, for pushing his project and changing it up a little bit and including other people. That's really what I was looking for. Did we have any questions about that or concerns?
No.
No, I thought it was better.
Yeah.
And it was very nice of him to talk about the other poets too. And so I thought the whole thing would make the whole project fairly nice and fresh and keep the whole thing, because I do love the Bisbee Poetry Normalization Project. So unless anybody has any questions, do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve the grant funding application from Ken Bow in the amount of $500 for Bisbee Poetry Normalization Project.
When people say it so perfectly like that, it just makes me so happy. Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, all ayes.
Aye.
Any nays? Then thank you, Ken Bow, for working with me, and we really appreciate it. So thank you so much. I'm not sure he's still here. He had obviously was having some computer issues but I'll text him in the morning and let him know. Any questions about item 2?
Looking at it. Couldn't print it out.
That was the Kinbo one. So just
Okay.
any questions about Kinbo? We're good on that item.
We're good.
Then item 3, we have the final report from Yotaki. Did we have any questions about, it was a discussion, we're not making a motion. Is there any discussion about the final report?
But it was very thorough. What she submitted was very thorough. And considering it was all during COVID that she was working on it, seemed that she did really do well.
I agree. It seemed like a very thorough report. Did anybody have anything else they wanted to say about it?
I apologize for not having looked at it. I'm sorry. Been sidetracked lately.
No, it's understandable, Sharon. If not, we can always, if you look at it and you find there's something that you need to, we can always put on the agenda. But otherwise, thank you to Yotaki for her project. We really appreciate it. I know that it ran at the library. She did the workshops and then she showed her work at the library. And so it seemed like it, an enjoyable thing for the community, which is ultimately, I guess, the goal. So thank you very much, Yotaki. All right. And this is why I'm being speedy here, which no insult to anybody in other items. But item 4, discussion and possible action regarding the following items for the BAC event to be held. So we got, this is item 4 because by item 10, we're tired often. And this one obviously is, this is a pretty important thing. I didn't necessarily know if we were going to vote on these things tonight. The whole idea is that, I wanted to talk about them.
Yes.
Well, I
We need
gave you the options just in case y'all all decided miraculously you wanted one item, one
Yeah,
thing.
no, I super appreciate it. No, I think it's great. But I know that one of the things we really probably need to do is have a special session.
Mhm.
We probably need to be in person, and we probably need to meet in person with a graphic designer because the project is so big. So, I mean, we can open it up. I know that some people sent their name of event, their graphic designer, their concerns. That's all really awesome. I looked at the ones that were sent in, but let's just open it up. So what would you guys like to do first?
We'll discuss the name of the event. And I didn't send a name in until just about 45 minutes ago.
Okay. And so let's talk, if everybody that has some name options, if they want to go through and see and say what they see or say what they have thought about, that would be great.
You want to start, Bill?
Yeah, my idea for the name was simple enough. It was Bisbee Festival of the Arts.
Right.
And as far as designer goes, the only one I could think of was Larry Milan.
Mhm.
And for concerns, I have a lot of concerns, but I'm sure that as we work this out, that we'll deal with them.
Yeah.
And also, I just wanted to mention that I ran into Philip Estrada yesterday, and I don't know if he's being considered as part of this, but he was the original Bisbee outlaw artist. Yeah.
He's in there. He's on the list.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
I don't know about a list. I haven't seen a list, but
There is a list.
Peter Young is in control of that list at the moment. No, I'm just kidding. I took photographs of it. No, it's a list that we've been compiling.
I'm just like very conscientious about this list thing
I
that
know.
nobody else has talked about.
What?
Well, everyone's allowed to participate in making lists and lists and lists of artists. I think that's a really good idea. Back to the naming of the event, I came up with Bisbee Celebrates the Arts.
Yes, I saw that.
All right. And did you think of any Sharon, any graphic designer
There
possibility?
was a new person recommended, and I sent that, it's Joe somebody, Bonita recommended him, and he's young, he's a pretty cool guy. Then I thought of also, Liz Ann is very professional, Liz Ann Michaud, and
Mhm.
I think she's efficient, quick, and I think she's a good designer myself, but that was the only other person. There's Bridget Sheehan, but I don't know how to get a hold of her now that she's in Tucson, you said?
Yeah, she's living in Tucson
We
now.
could still easily get a hold of her. She knows Bisbee well. So anyway, those are the names that I came up with.
Okay, great. Did anybody else come up with a potential name? I'm just writing these down.
I had some ideas, but I think I agree with Bill that I had just Bisbee Festival of the Arts. Well, I had first annual Bisbee Festival of the Arts.
Don't obligate us, please.
I had some other names, but then they seemed too much, but I was just trying to throw something out there.
Yeah, but I'm totally open to hear if you have anything. You have anything that you like?
Well, like I said, I liked what Bill had, but I'll tell you what I had sent was, I have to look at my email because I don't know where it is. And I don't really see it on the attachment.
You said Bisbee Arts on a whole other level.
All right.
Oh, that was a theme.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And then the names I had, they were kind of dumb sounding now that I think about it, but hold on.
There's no dumb. There's no dumb.
Sometimes there is dumb, but let me look here. Hold on, because it's in my sent.
It was
I had Bisbee Beyond Ordinary Arts Extravaganza, or it could be festival. And then I had Bisbee Elevating Arts Festival. Then I put a whole list of words that I was seeing, if they struck any kind of chord with anybody.
Yeah, I thought, was that you, the themes? On the email, that was you, the themes? The different.
I only had one theme, but a bunch of words, like words that.
Yeah.
That's very helpful. No, I think these are all pretty good. Anybody else have any ideas for names? I'm in the dark, aren't I? I just realized.
I actually just like on a whole other level. I think that really says who Bisbee is.
I don't know if it's you mean as a theme? She meant it as a theme. Do you mean as a name?
Okay.
Not a name. I thought it'd be a theme, like under Bisbee Festival of the Arts, first annual on a whole other level, like that.
Okay.
But I don't know. I would really like to have a special meeting together in person. That would be good.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's our next step. And I do think that it'd be really good to have a graphic designer there, or at least, I mean, be ready to hire one afterwards. Did anybody have an idea for a graphic designer? Anybody else?
Do you want someone only from the Bisbee area? Prefer?
I think that since the city of Bisbee's paying for part of it, it would be nice to have people who are from this town.
Okay.
I mean, I personally prefer the money go back to the Bisbee community, but it just depends on, if we can't get what we need here, then we can always look otherwise,
Okay. I don't know any of the graphic artists here in Bisbee.
Yeah. Well, we've kind of listed them all.
Okay.
I know that the other person that's doing it actively is Allie. I can't remember her last name. She's the one that just did the Plain Air Festival stuff. She works for Bisbee After 5. Did anybody else have anybody?
There's wow, I don't know her name. She works for, oh wow, for Pam, that has the hat shop and rather unique clothing, vintage clothing on Main Street. She's just open on the weekends. The lady that works with her is a graphic artist. I've only met her a couple times. Little young, slim thing. But as we're reaching out to her, I could call Pam and get her information and submit it to you guys.
No, I mean, I think maybe I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we have a special session before we pick a graph? What do you guys want to do?
I think it's important that we first come up with the name of the event, and then I think a little bit of what this event, what people are imagining this event to be,
Okay.
so that we pick the right graphic designer. I mean, is this going to be like a hip kind of progressive? Is this going to be a more traditional festival of the arts, or is this going to be a Bisbee out of bounds kind of thing? That's going to determine a little bit of who we decide to choose as a graphic artist, I believe. So we need to first know what this event, what the title of this event is, and the direction that people want to see this event go. Is it a totally family event? Is it is it edgy? Just those kind of things matter. So
maybe Sharon, I totally agree with you. I think maybe the first step then is we need to have a special session and meet with each other.
yeah,
Right? And sort of and workshop this.
I agree.
Okay. Nina.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, Nina.
I thought she was muted, but she wasn't. When would be the next? So the next couple weeks, we can meet up and talk.
Well, I won't be in town on the 15th.
Okay.
So we can do it next week on the 8th, or we can do it after Thanksgiving on the 29th, whichever one.
Can we do November 8th? Would that work? Just because
Yeah. Because I'm gone the 20th to the 27th, and the 8th works for me.
That's a Monday night. It would be at 5:30. Does that work for everyone?
It's next Monday, 5:30.
Yes, and I promise I'll be on time.
Promise to be there.
So right now we have a list of names, and we have a list of graphic designers, and we have a few concerns, which is great. I'm trying to think about what we can do to get ready for this special session then.
Well, if you could vote on the special session, that would be great.
We can do that first.
Yes, ma'am. It's the bottom one in blue. Instead of via Zoom, just put in person. I put the wrong thing on there, but it's moved.
No. This is amazing. It's like the idiot-proof agenda. I love this.
Only if you print it out.
Only the Arts Commission gets an agenda that's like, here, guys, because this for years, those of you who are not on here for a long time, we had a really hard time saying the right thing.
Oh, yeah.
We still have a hard time, we being me.
I know. Well, it's a lot less. I'll tell you that. You're doing great. No, it was, but I moved to approve a special meeting for the BAC on November 8th at 5:30 p.m. at the council chambers. Is that appropriate?
Yes.
I second it.
Okay. All ayes.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, so we're gonna do that. That is definitely the first thing. I'm trying to think about ways to get prepared. Like I said, if anybody would like to research, this might actually be helpful, because I don't want to give work that's not helpful. But if everybody wants to research other festivals, art festivals in other cities across America or the world that they think are cool, and they like the idea of what they're doing, and they want to bring that information to our meeting, then that might be a great way to sort of start building a theme of what exactly we're trying to convey,
Okay.
I found a list online of America's 50 most popular art festivals. And I started visiting their links to see kind of what they were about. And also I was doing that to try to get ideas for names, but
Mhm,
most of them were just kind of the usual.
mhm.
So I'll bring those notes in with me
That would be
as well as take some more.
Yeah, and if I don't know if you want to send that link to other people, like if you want to send it
Well,
to the group, because then we could all sort of, if everybody
Sure,
could,
I'll send it to Nina and then she can send it out.
great, because then if everybody could pick an art festival that they like, say the graphic design of, or they like the theme of, or they like the general feeling of, it might be easier for us to start melding together what it is, that we're trying to convey. Does that sound good, Sharon?
yeah, I like that.
Because I know there's a few, I mean, and there's some really weird ones out there too, but
Yeah,
I mean, the most important thing, of course, to keep in mind is that, we're trying to do a wide range of the arts.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Right.
if everybody can look into that and bring it with us, then maybe we can start melding this together.
Okay.
'Cause once we have this puzzle piece, it's going to be easy. It will be so much easier to go forward.
It will.
Will.
I will ask everyone to continue keeping track of names. You don't have to send them to Nina because that obviously didn't work that well. But if you could come to the meeting on Monday with any names of the event that you like, if you suddenly meet an amazing graphic designer in the post office, you can bring that. And just sort of, any brainstorming things, but mostly just we're just trying to do these few things so we don't get too wide right now.
Right.
Does that make sense?
mhm,
Um, okay, that's perfect. It'll be a lot easier in person.
It
Yeah.
will be.
Okay.
Does anybody have anything else they want to say about that? Or are we gonna just get ready for Monday?
Let's just get ready for Monday.
Okay, that sounds good.
So this is the chamber right across from the dump. That's where we're going.
We're going
Yes,
to the dump.
Okay.
I know that the city employees are very happy to not be at the dump.
What?
Okay, that's great. I know I always feel nervous about time, but we're gonna be fine. We just have to get together and sort of brainstorm. Get
Yeah,
it
we
moving.
do.
Yeah. With that said, then we'll move to item 5, which is Commissioner Stetter and the cigar machine.
Cigarette machine, I'm turning in, I picked up today $1,380.
Wow.
Yep, so that's last month's. It's not the biggest month yet, but we're building up again. So there's nothing really new to report. It's working fine. I constantly need new art, so I'm always asking for more art. If you know anybody that wants to participate, let them know.
Okay.
That's it.
Great. Item 6 then, Commissioner Druckmann's not with us. Did anybody have anything they wanted to say on the Poets Corner? Then we'll leave it to her next time. Item 7, update regarding social media. We're gonna,
all's rolling along. I am,
looks great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really good.
I think things are going good. We tried, Jenny and I tried something new. She asked me for pictures and from the tribute window, and she did a post on Facebook
Mhm.
that would be shareable. And so I shared her post, and so and then I did attention to those commissioners that are my friends, personal friends on Facebook, so that we could share them. Because we had talked about that being a potential way to get information out on Facebook without having to pay for it.
Yes.
Right. The algorithm's horrible. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so yeah, it's going good. I'm still, like I said, requesting that you guys please send me any inspirational picture that you see that you think would go well with one of our projects that we do.
Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Angela.
Mhm.
Then update and discussion on local artist video project. Amy, you said you were going to go back at it at some point. I know we're all kind of busy right now. How's it going?
I know. And by the way, side note, I keep trying to move around. One of these days, I either have to get a new computer or something because it looks like I'm from the moon with all these lines. Anyway,
Notice I was looking at the agenda. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
can see it.
interviewed Lance Von Proom. Do you know who he is?
Yes.
Yes.
He does the Planet Bisbee, and he's right by. He's on what's that street? You know, right when you just get into Old Bisbee, that's his studio.
Naco. I think that's Naco. isn't it?
Naco, the road, yeah.
Yeah.
So, right, I interviewed him, and now I have to take all that footage. I need to get some photos of some of his work and make another video, but at least I've made some progress. So hopefully by next month, I'll have the video done.
That sounds great.
Cool.
Did
I
you have a good
should.
time? Was it a good time? Did you enjoy doing it?
Oh yeah, I think he enjoyed it too, because he was sort of shy at first, but then he's articulate, so that made it nice.
That's great. Thank you so much, Amy. Then update on the window tribute. So we got together, some of us got together on, well, Sharon painted the window on Thursday by herself, badass. And I showed up and she was like, I don't need your help. I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah, it's sometimes more meditative to do it alone.
No, it's because you're a badass. And she did a great job. The color looks fantastic. And then Friday, a few of us showed up during the quorum. And I know some of you had to work, but it's fine. So 3 people, there were 3 of us. We put it together and I thought it came out really well.
It looks great. We saw it.
There's still a couple more things that are going to happen. One is that tomorrow, Steve Miller is going to paint the window, the sign, the name of the artist, like we've been doing, onto the wall. And so I have a question to Nina. Can I pay him cash from the proceeds from the deposit I'm bringing tomorrow? Okay. And while I'm on the subject, I spent a Technoprint I've got receipts $172.48, and at FedEx laminating the things that are in the window $18.05, which makes a total of $190.53. And I could submit that and ask for a check, and or I could just take $200, which would reimburse me for the paint a little bit. I didn't ask for any money for the paint, but I did spend $50 on it. So but then I used some of it at my house, so it was fine. Anyway, if I were to submit a bill of $200, could I pull that out of there as well, out of the money that I'm turning in, or should I submit that bill, Nina?
I think you should submit it since you're a
Okay.
member.
Yeah, it would look bad. Okay, but I can pay Steve tomorrow. Okay.
Just let me know his information, and that way when I do the deposit in, we can put that on there.
Yeah, I'll put it on that little receipt that I write to you as well. Okay, all right. All right, that's all about my side of the window. Sorry.
No, it looks great. I urge anybody who hasn't been able to see it to go look at it. I thought it turned out really well.
Yeah. And there's still an opportunity for some things to come in. I'm waiting for Cynthia Conroy, was supposed to be giving us a couple of trophies that Tony had done for the stair climb. And I just haven't connected with her yet. So there might be, if you guys know of anybody who says, hey, I have this great piece, there's room to put a little more work in there if we wanted to. So.
And if you decide that, we can get more of those. We can get more of the pedestals to you.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay, great. I will see Sharon at 8 with the key.
Thank you.
Yeah. And otherwise, any questions about the window tribute? Then I just wanted to say that I had heard personally, and I know that Sharon had too, probably other commissioners, that people were very touched, especially by this one. I guess that she had a lot of close friends. She was very, very well liked. Mm-hmm. And even I learned something, which was I did not realize how great her work was. She truly was like a pretty astounding artist.
Right.
In a world
We had several comments on the Instagram post saying the one that stuck out in my head was that person said that she was her absolute favorite Bisbee artist.
Mm.
No, her work is beautiful. If you get a chance, go by the window. But I heard from Lori McKenna, the director of Central School, that she was just a true artist archetype. Like she was just constantly making things, which is a wonderful thing to hear. So,
Yeah.
Anything else about the window tribute?
Just that I saw it the other day and it's just wonderful. You guys did a terrific job of putting it together.
That's right. You weren't there.
I saw it. I know, I forgot.
Forgot. That's fine. Actually, it was really hot.
Three of it was perfect.
It was perfect in a tiny window. So, but yeah, I'm so glad that everybody's enjoying it. That's great. And it's just going to get better. So
It was mostly Karen and Sharon, and I acted like a journalist and took pictures. So
true, you were holding stuff the whole time.
Hey, I'll ask one more thing, everybody who has looked at it. Tomorrow, when her name gets painted onto that light gray background, does anybody have an opinion on what that color of her name should be? I wish Jenny were here. Jenny might.
I wish white work.
I'm afraid it would be too light, unless I, what I was talking about doing, which I might still do, which is that dark gray around all of the, because then I think it would work. Then I think it might work. White.
I don't know.
I immediately thought of a really dark navy blue.
Yeah.
Because there's that would pull out some pretty
The colors in her pieces. She uses a lot of indigo, dark blue. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a lot of dark pinks too. But I like indigo blue would be great.
Okay. All right. Let's do that. Okay.
Anything else about the window tribute then? No. And so then we'll go to number 10, future agenda items. So Nina, the special session is just going to be that about the art festival.
Okay. I'll get that out tomorrow to you, hopefully, so you can approve it.
That's what everybody gets off really easy tonight because it's only 6 o'clock. We're all going to be pained next Monday. So it might take, I really want to sit down and really talk about this. So, it'll be a great time. And it won't be the first sit down meeting. I mean, it won't be the last.
Yeah.
So, and I'll bring cookies.
Now bring something else.
I mean, seriously, we should make ourselves comfortable and it'll be a lot easier to communicate about this in person. So it should be great. On the next event agenda, Nina, it will be the same agenda items plus the art festival again for now.
Okay.
I know that Lori McKenna sent in her paperwork to me and Sharon about the plein air festival. Did she send it to you too?
No, I didn't.
Okay. I'll forward that to you.
Okay.
And then right now I'm going to break the law just a little bit just to tell you that tomorrow is Day of the Dead. Parade starts at 6.
Yes.
Thank you.
Otherwise, did anybody have any other future agenda items?
Nope.
So yeah, prepare for Monday. It'll be great. We'll have a good time. I'll buy lots of cookies.
I'll bake cookies.
I have one question.
Sharon's going to one-up me. She's going to bake cookies. That'd be great.
Okay, I do have one question. I met a young lady, artist in Douglas this weekend, and she was interested in, can she apply for a Bisbee art grant if she's going to do a project in Bisbee?
Yes. So as long as it's in Bisbee, you do not have to be from Bisbee, but the event has to happen in Bisbee.
Okay, I just wanted to reconfirm that and I'll get back with her.
Yeah, and if you send her the paperwork says the same thing too.
Okay.
So that'd be great. All right. So Monday is a big day. Do I have a motion?
I move that we adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Yeah.
Is that Sharon?
Yes, I said it.
All eyes.
Aye.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
All right. Good evening.